Welcome back to Camp Witch Doctor. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to put the weapon on your design your own robot kits. What's really cool about these kits is that you get to choose between a lifter weapon like this, where you get to lift or flip the opponent. If you're really good at driving, you might even be able to grab them in here and kind of suplex them over, which is really fun. Or you could choose to build our hammer weapon. The hammer weapon does a great job of dislodging the attachments on these robots if you don't have them screwed in, which is a really fun way to play. It's just a really fun weapon to have since you get to use it all the time during your battles. You're also welcome to run your robot just like this without a weapon. This would be a control robot. You can spend more weight on having armor to protect it, and you might choose to run this configuration sometimes. If you want to add a weapon, I'll show you how to add each one now. So let's go ahead and start with the lifter weapon. For the lifter weapon, we're going to mount it right here, so you don't need to add anything else to it. Let's start by turning on the robot so we can get this servo a bit higher. I'm going to go ahead and use my battery box to get these wheels off the floor, just in case we bump the stick or it drives by itself, it won't drive off the table and hurt us. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my transmitter on. You can see it's on with this light. And then I'm going to turn the robot on. You might have heard the servo move a little bit. That's just because it's matching whatever position you have on this throttle stick. And I'm just going to move it all the way down so that the servo horn is up and I have nice access to it there. So now you can go ahead and turn the robot off. We're going to turn the transmitter. And now we have this right where we need it. The first thing we're going to do is attach your lifter link to your servo horn. Now, while most screws look like this in your kit with the countersunk head, there's a couple of them that look like this. And they might be a different color, but they have this pan head, we call it. So you're going to use this one. We're going to want to screw this in to the top hole in your servo horn on the inside, so on the side towards the servo. I'm going to put it through this first, through the link first, and then line it up with that hole. And then I'll be able to use my screwdriver to just screw it in. You don't want to put the screw on too tight because then it won't let it pivot. So tighten it, then I go back about a half a turn and make sure that this can pivot freely. You can move that servo horn a little bit further down with your finger if you'd like, just to get it out of the way. Now I'm going to move the robot aside. I'm going to put our lifter weapon together. So this is what the lifter weapon looks like. It's two parts. And you'll see that it has a slot right here for this part and some screw holes, which are going to match these screw holes. So I'm going to line it from the back just like this. And then I'm going to push it in. And you'll see that this line matches up with that angle there. And these screw holes line up. So we're going to go ahead and put some screws on those holes. Again, always making sure that you don't over tighten the screws, since that can damage your plastic parts. Now we have our lifter weapon assembled. Looks like this. So we're going to bring our robot back in. And the next step is that we want to connect this lifter link right to this right here. So I'm going to flip the robot around to make that easier to see. And I'll put this through there, just like that. I'm going to take another screw, and we're going to carefully put it through the frame and through the link. And then we can screw it down. Again, make sure not to over tighten it. You want to make sure that this could still move freely. If you tighten it too much, you can squeeze these two parts together, which kind of pinches this. So you don't want to do that. Just make sure that it's got plenty of motion there. All right, now the last part is that we're going to put this and connect it to this part. So you're going to get the axle that looks like this in your kit. We're going to line those up so the hole in the lifter aligns with the hole on your chassis. And then we'll just slide this shaft through both. There we go. We're going to on each side, just like that, because we're going to go ahead and put our shaft collars on there. All right, and our last step here is we're going to take our hex key, which is in your little hardware pouch, as well as shaft collar. And we're going to slide it right on the shaft to make sure that the shaft can't fall out when you're in the middle of a battle. Now you'll want to check that this isn't too tight so that we can put it over the shaft. You want to just put it in there just like that. You turn it to tighten and loosen it. And then I'm just going to slide that over. I need to loosen it a little bit more still. There we go. And then I'll just tighten that. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. Let's give it a test. I'm going to go ahead and bring my transmitter in. Now you'll want to put this throttle stick all the way up if you have the lifter. Either way, the lifter might start moving. If your stick is in the opposite position, the lifter will move all the way up when you first turn it on. And it doesn't do it so quickly that it's going to hurt you, but it could pinch you, and it's a good idea to just keep your hands out of the path of the weapon as much as you can. So I'm going to turn my transmitter on. I'm going to turn my robot on. You'll see it didn't move because I had this stick in the correct position, but if it did, it would do that right on power up. So just keep your hands free of the path of the weapon is generally a good idea. So let's see how this looks. Now that I know that my robot won't drive by itself, I'm going to take it off the box so we can see that the lifter is on the ground, which is great. If yours isn't, you could put the stick up a little bit, and then you can use these trim buttons to change that. So let me change it so we can see it. So I'm just holding this up, and you see the lifter moving down. So that just adjusts the location of it, just so that you can get it nice and flat if you need to. If your robot's making some whirring sounds, it means that the servo horn might be touching the bottom of your robot. You can use this adjustment to stop that from happening. Right now, when I move the stick down, my lifter moves up. And when I move it up, my lifter moves down. If you want to change the direction that your weapon moves when you move the stick up and down, we can do that easily on the transmitter. So there's a switch right here that says THR. And if we hit that switch up, it's going to reverse that position for us. Now, when we hit that switch, this stick position is going to be reversed. So that means that the weapon's going to move by itself. So just make sure that you're out of the path of the weapon. I'm going to move the robot a little bit. Make sure my hands are over here, and I'm going to go ahead and hit that switch up. And you can see that it moved it up just like we expected. So now when the stick is up, the weapon's up. When the stick is down, the weapon's down. So that's a little bit easier to drive, but it's up to you. I've seen a lot of people that actually think about it like this. They want the weapon to be, let me switch that again. When the stick is towards them, they want the weapon to be towards them. And when the stick is away from them, they want the weapon to be away from them. So it just depends on your preference and how you think about it. But it's really easy to reverse right here, no matter what you prefer. I'm going to turn the robot off. Your lifter is complete. Now that you know how to install the weapon on your Design Your Own Robot kit, you can go ahead and start customizing your robot.